Those of you watching this on YouTube and would like to know more about Duskers, be sure to check out the other videos in my playlist. Alright, here we go. So the daily is we get random ship, random droids, and we see how long we can go or how much we can get and then get out. Alright, so we have lure, tow and interface. We have no means of taking out a drone or taking out an enemy or getting around them. Let's see. What does lure do again? Alright, well, let's see what happens. Should we hear all kinds of crazy noises now? Okay, well, at least the first two rooms are clean. Let's see, I want to try something. What I did was just create like a little macro. Oop. That should help out with trying to get everyone to leave. Alright. Where were we? So that's lure, we have interface. 2, 3 to R2. Let's see. Oh, that's a new noise. Oh, damn. The visual interface for John over here has become a little destroyed or distracted. We should be able to correct that. Like the new little sound effects there. Okay, so where were we? So there are no turns nearby. We know this room is clean. One second. Ew, anyone here? Yeah, we know. To R1, we'll take this guy back with us. I assume that will help us for scoring purposes. See what D29 has. Got doors there. So again, for those of you who haven't played Duskers before, the game's all about dirty tech in the very far future. You're trying to survive and keep your ship going while using your drones as the sole means of getting around and finding information. So there's another dock. That would be a drone in there. Let's see what D13 has. Now that's a vent, which means that some organic enemies can pop out through there. Okay. Where are you? And hopefully I could actually spell correctly, too. Okay, we've got a bunch of possible trap rooms up here we could use. What the hell is that? So these are upgrade slots. Oh, damn you. I love that effect, though. Okay, so there could be something evil behind the store. No. Alright, so we know that these rooms that I've explored in green are all clear. 1 second, just checking the feed. Which means D17, so we're going to. To R5. I wonder. Okay. So you can use the alias system to basically set up functions. A little way of being able to quickly do things like that. Okay. So D17. So there is a gun turned. Now for the fun part. The only way we're going to get around to explore is we need to get that drone that's in R10 in there out of that area, because I have no means of attacking. So D17, D12, D28. Navigate 1 to R4. I'm going to try and lure him in, close the door. Now the only way we're going to do this is I have to lure him into R9. It's always the tricky stuff. I could use a lure. Now, lure only works on organic, so that's not going to happen. He's moving between R10 and probably, I guess that's R13 or 14. If I can get him trapped... Let's see... If he attacks that, maybe this will work. Now you get 1 to R11. Okay, now let's see. Will he come? If I can get them to R12, I can turn that on. But the room needs to have power in order for it to work. Oh. That means he has got to be right there. Alright, so the question is, he's either on R4 or R9 right now. Alright, so we got him trapped. I hope. There's another generator. Because this is a daily challenge, I have no idea what's actually on the ship. Okay, so we know he is stuck in R9. Okay, D27, D28, D14 we need. 2 to R10. Right. 3 to R11. We'll interface there, see what's going on. Come on. So now if I turn this on, if I lure him into that room, the drone will get killed by the turn. But if I go in there, it's going to kill me. So the only room left that we have not gone into is R14. Whoa! And there was an enemy in there. So what we can do, that should kill him. We'll dock at A3. Now I can use my new hotkey, or my new alias setup. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything in here because I sucked it all out the airlock. So if we type exit, all 3 of my drones should, or I mean N, they should all leave. Wait, actually, might as well bring another friend for the ride. No muss, no fuss. Wonder how they grade you for this game. Alright, so that's everybody. There we go. So, no more scrap. Drone HP, we didn't take any damage. We got all the drones. Everything's fine. So I wonder how that score actually works. Hey, I beat the top score by 10 points. I wonder if that's a Tim's score too. Take that. Oh, it feels good to be number 1, at least for one day. Alright, let's get into the full game and see what's going on. I figure we can take a nice little break from Darkest Dungeon, at least while we're waiting for the big update. Maybe we'll come back to it tomorrow. And that's for those of you watching live. Come on. There we go. Sure. Then we'll get a distress signal. Okay. So here we are. We cannot get onto there, looks like, because it's quarantine. Or that could mean there's something else going on. Let's look at our drones. We got stealth. Got tone interface. Our ship is there. Now they've changed it so you have a limit of how much scrap you can hold unless you decide you change your ship. If you look on the right hand side where it shows the ship stats I'm looking at, it will tell you the capacity. So 46. Barges hold more. Well, I assume military vessels get down to N. We'll have, oh, that's not military, that's salvage. While military, I assume, would have more module spaces. Question from chat, AC Raf. Right now, there is not an end game, from what I've been told. They've added in more story lore, I think, over the alpha, and I'm sure there's going to be like actual stories to follow. But I don't think there's a quote-unquote end game or final mission. So we know that there's only one type of enemy here. If we go to ship configuration, your upgrades to your ship can now also break just like your regular modules, and you can repair them. So it's stable, there's one. We don't have any means of attacking, but we could lure them to an airlock and flush any enemies out. Now I wonder if my hotkey is still here. No, not bad. First thing to do, always take a peek. Okay, we have an upgrade slot. There better be a generator. This place is done. There it is. I got nervous for a second. I thought this would be just an instant failure. Okay, navigate 2 to R2. 1 to R3. Now we can see what's going on. What are you doing, 2? Okay, he has tone interface, which we don't need at the moment. Close those doors. Remember, modules have a chance, every time you use a module, it's going to raise its possible chance at breaking. So you need to be really careful knowing when to use them and not. Okay, we'll try D19. Anyone in here? Oh, shit! And that's why you want to try stealthing when you're not sure if there's enemies. Well, that just gave me a slight little heart attack. Thank you. Okay. Oh, good thing I put that on that time. Woo! Got the heart pounding there. Okay, so we know there's an enemy in R7 and an enemy in R8. Oh. Let's get that fixed. So what that tells me is we need to find some means of fighting them. Or we may just have to leave the ship. D27. So 2 enemies. There's a dead drone. It'll really be helpful if I could type. No interface yet. Let's see what you have. Lure? That could be useful simply to get them out of those rooms. Okay. So the only room left. Okay. And there's a new feature. You can do this. I flagged those rooms, so I now know, just as a reminder, there is danger in them. There's gonna be a big ship. Okay. Before we do that, navigate 3 to 1. What's going on there, you? He's stuck. Get around. There we go. This is quite a big ship for being our first one. Alright. We now know we have the entire section of the ship mapped out. Nothing else left for us. So navigate 2 to R9, 3 to R10. Actually, yeah, that should be good. What is one doing? Some of the collision detection doesn't seem to be perfect, at least right now. Okay. With those two rooms still dangerous, it is going to limit what we can do. Okay, that's clean. That's clean. I hear something. That would be an enemy in there. Ship is very much invested. Okay. And now the ship makes like little noises too, just to freak you out. Okay, stealth is out. The only room left is R18 and R15. We could try to lure them around, I suppose. Okay, I will flag R14 while we're here. We could also move everyone over to A2, so that's an additional dock. Alright, let's see what's in here. Setting up that macro will help out a lot. Simply, when shit hits the fan, I need to get everyone out fast. Alright, so the only place I can really go to right now is A2 or R17. And there we go. Let's see what happens. Huh. Okay. So what this means is if we're going to explore some more, we'll get a little bit creative. Okay, navigate 1 to R6. D31. I'm going to set up some lures and see if we can track those things into R6. When I get the thing out of R8, then we get that drone. R7, we can at least keep moving forward. Okay, so let's do D19, D37. Once we get the alert, we'll close the door. Anyone else still in here? The question is, that thing is still there. So flag R8. We'll tow that guy out of there. He's still trying to eat that. Alright, I want to trap the other one to R8. Yeah, one of the things I like about Duskers is you get so many ways of dealing with the things around the ship. I think the real test will be when the game is out, is just how motivating the game will be to keep exploring beyond just, you know, filling your ship up, I guess. Okay, navigate. Okay, so there are 2 upgrade slots from what we can see. 3 enemies. 2 to R7. Let's stop towing you. Actually, let's move him down. I really hope there's nothing in D41. Oh, shit. Damn. What the hell is going on here? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 different enemies. Yeah. We could spend like the next 10 minutes or so probably luring them to A1, shooting them out the airlock, rinse and repeat. But I think let's just get out here because I don't think this place is going to be worth it. So, let's send everyone out. Because I use some of my modules, they will now show as being damaged. Okay. Fuel depot, that's a new one. Let's see. Will they let me on? Oh, I need a special key card to do that. Okay, I'm assuming this is where I can spend... Oh, I can actually just go for fuel. There you go. Top him off a little bit. We'll give Rick here. That'll be just enough to get him going. Yeah, I know, Ray. There seems to be a lot more enemies. Now, one thing to keep in mind for those of you watching this, either recorded or live, I believe the game keeps a track of your data in terms of what you found, what you've upgraded. So starting over without clearing your data, the game will assume that you're a higher skilled player. For someone completely and utterly brand new, it should be easier for you. Let's see. Or the game could just be screwing me. Either that's always a possibility. Alright, everything good? Yep. Hull integrity medium. Here's our drones. And because I have no idea what the infestation type is, we don't know what enemies are here. Okay. Oh, they both have it. Okay. Got a feeling there's something in here. Yep. Okay. So that tells me the only room left is that one. Give me some fuel. Good. Now look at that. Look how small the ship was compared to the last one. Talk about getting the short stick. Yay. I have enough for one more leap, so either go to E or H. E can hold a whole lot more scrap. It's volatile. They both have 2 infestation types. If we can take over the salvage shed, we can hold more scrap. But it would need to have 2 or greater ship config slots in order to make it perfect. So we'll go here. Integrity is still medium, so we don't need to worry about that. And again, Aaron, you are the lucky one. Okay. Yeah. There we go. There's our ship. Okay, now E3 to R3. Let's see what this one has. Weapons. Different interfaces now have different functionality. There's the generator. That would be an enemy. D7, D6. 2 to R5. So you know, what the hell is that? Ships now make noises. Oh, that's a turn. Would be a leaper. Ah, damn. Hmm? Oh shit. Oh yeah, that's right. Enemies have physical space now. Okay. Oh, no. I meant N. So I wonder what that means when that airlock is breaking. Uh-oh. So you know there's an enemy in R7 and R4. Good thing I didn't leave yet. Oh, that's neat. Navigate 3 to R8. So. Uh-oh. Aw. Oh, look at that. It's actually, you can actually see it locked in there. So the only way we're getting that upgrade is if we clean this ship up. Okay, dock A2. We now know the enemy in R4 is pretty much dead. Nah, the ship only has... Okay, the ship only has one upgrade slot, so it's probably not worth it to take over. So let's get out of here. With that out of the way, we will have to leave the galaxy. Okay, what do you have? Trading outposts, a lot of military vessels. Age fatal, that's good. The higher the age, the harder it will actually be, I believe. So this one should be safer, I suppose. Alright, let's head to Perspia. What's Constantine? So at some point we'll unlock the means to get into those quarantine sections. I think that's an upgrade, or we find, or it could be part of the quest. So we are here now. Wait, there we go. We are here. Another fuel station. And while we're here, we might as well go in. 2 more enemy types. Oh crap. Ooh boy. This could be it. Maybe he won't notice me. He's trying to get around. Ow, 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 ow. No! And that's what happens when you don't quickly close doors, folks. Let's see. So, I think that calls for a reset. We'll play maybe 1 or 2 more ships and then we'll call for this little spotlight. Again, I'm not going to dedicate a whole lot more to Duskers, at least while it's still in beta. I'd rather say that for a complete campaign run, or at least more of a play following the game when it's finished. When I last spoke to Tim on the recent podcast, I believe he said there's about 2 more months of development he's planning on the game. And also, those of you watching live record, be sure to check out game-wisdom.com. That is currently the weekly podcast. Is me talking to Tim about early access and how it has helped the development of Duskers. Yeah, I know, right? That hurts sometimes. That can happen. Alright, so we are back here. Man. No offensive weapons. Okay. I would like to take over a ship if possible. Oh, we have a message. Oh, so that's part of the log, I still get. It's just, let's see. We do not have an interface this time. And you can also rename drones if you want. We do have a airlock here, so we can use this as an offensive option. Don't mind me. There we go. That's one way of dealing with a robot. Anyone else here? There's a vent. Send them out. If we had the ability to scan, we could see there's extra scrap around. Oh. So the objective is to find a medical station and probably interface to learn more. Oh, look at that. No infestation type, so that ship is actually clean. There's a Stargate. Let's see what we got. So this is a private ship. There's not a lot of scrap on it, or we can't take a lot. We know that this should be clean, but of course, like any horror movie, that's who knows if that's true or not. It's probably a small ship too. setting up that hotkey will just help out a little bit down the road. And yeah, it's as easy as just typing in the name that you want and then set commands equal to it. Okay, the closest one will be down here. Like I said, there was unknown or 2. Oh no, unknown. Whoa. That's the most scrap we've seen so far. Be on the safe side. Better be a generator in here. There it is. But yeah, we really need to get into R2. Whoa, big ship. I hear something in the walls. Now what's good is that that one generator powers the entire ship, so we can just leave him in R3, and we can move everyone else around. It sounds like that can indicate either enemy. Sounds like it's getting close. Uh-oh, I hear something. Sounds like a swarm. Hello? Anyone here? Yep, that's a swarm. Swarms can break down doors, and they can use vents too. Okay, so I have a feeling that there's an enemy in R8. We'll notate that. Still got about half the ship left to explore. Oh, that's good. We have an upgrade slot, 2 upgrade slots. So if we find one more, it may be worth it to try and secure the ship. Is there anyone else here? Okay, so we have 4 rooms left to explore. Guarantee 1 enemy so far on this place. Let's see. Can we get info on the ship? Time, swap, status. There we go. So this can hold 45, or 10 less than what our current capacity is. Usually the bugs won't attack a door unless they know that you're there. Okay. Oh. Alright, we killed one. That's 2. He's trying to break through. He must know there's food on this side. I just heard a thumping noise. Remote power, but it's 10% use. Still better than nothing. So now we need 2, 3 to R1. We will dock. Tow that in. He's still busy trying to break through to R9, so he's not concerned with us. Not a bad ship. So with remote power, we come over here. Every time we use it now, there's a chance that that can break. But now we have the means of powering up a generator without needing a generator module or a drone in that room. So we don't have enough to teleport. Now we could use this. But we might as well stay in our relative system, at least until we got it completely done. What's this? Spark chamber? Okay. Still good. Alright, we'll explore one more, then I think we will probably call it for this play. Let's see. Alright, so we know that room has been scanned. There it is. I hear something. Ooh. No, 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 no. Alright, so that was the other type of enemy, slime. And that can actually go through walls and slowly but surely get to you if you're not careful. And we know that there's something in that other room too. How are we going to do this? That could work. We should get the alert that he will go in there. Now we pop our head in there, you can see the slime is starting to spread. Alright, so we got Kelly and Holly. What the hell was that? Okay. Something tells me that noise means we should be starting to think about getting out of here. Tim will add more environmental sounds to alert you when there's danger. Oh! We gotta get the hell out of here. We're gonna take some damage though. Not much we can do about that. Let's see how much we're gonna take. Ow. Ugh. Hurry up. Whew. And apparently Kelly has a weapon on. Turned. I could have done that, but I already, from chat, I probably could have moved the ship, but without having a... Oh, I had the remote power, didn't I? Yeah. That would have been wise. I completely panicked there. I had remote power, which I should have turned on. And then I could have moved them over to the other area and would have been safer. And just to show that... What is turned? I assume turn may be the change to Gatling. Kelly's back. We don't need to worry about health too much. But I'll show you how remote power works, and that will be a good place to probably call it. Arms or disarms a drone turned. Okay. So there's one type of enemy here. Alright, so this time if I do remote R2 on. Will this work? Oh, I thought that should have worked. Not sure why it's not working in R2. There we go. I have no idea why Power R2 was not working before. Oh, jeez, that just gave me a small heart. I thought we were being attacked. got a vent. We don't have interface, right? Okay. Close all that. Process elimination should dictate that there's an enemy in R6. Not bad. Soldier. Oh, soldier. Fire the mothership's cannon. Oh, you can decontaminate a room, I guess, with certain abilities. When armed, oh, okay. Oh, they got rid of Gatling and they replaced it with Turret. Oh, my stealth is about to break. Or it's down to a 16% chance. So to fix that, we can come over here and repair it for 10. That'll take it back down to 0 or 3%, but that should not break, hopefully. Now you can see we have some new events. So these are more storylines to follow. We have Pandemic, Cosmic Event, and these are just some regular logs. So we have 2 stories. Alright, we have enough fuel for a few more. Let's take it to the end of this place and then we'll call it. I'm going down a long corridor with no music. Power R2. Oop. Okay, so there is only that one type of enemy here. Is that thing moving? I don't think there's any way to deal with slime at the moment. I'm sure it gets sucked out of airlocks. Oh, you can shoot it too. So there are a few means of getting rid of it, but not cost-effective ones. Remote power is now to 20% chance of failing. So we'll go to Tech A, Tech B, and then we'll call it. 2 types of enemies. Oh, and there's an upgrade right there. Oh, look at that. So this could be a good candidate to take over if possible. It has 3 upgrade slots, which means 3 means of having those ship upgrades on. There's some extra fuel. Let's see. There's a new drone. Okay. We'll power R3. Navigate 3 to R4. 3 to R1. We can at least get this guy out in case there's trouble. If we do take over the ship, we get all the scrap and all the drones that are on there. This is just a safeguard in case we cannot take the ship over. Okay, what do you have? Okay, now they're both in the yellow zone. Now Kelly over here can actually attack. So we do have the means of actually trying to take the ship over by force. If it comes to it. A good combination would be turret and shield. That way the shield protects the drone, while obviously the drone will attack anything it gets its hands on. Ship surveyor, good. And transporter. Let's take that over. Then I'm going to swap the turret. Because I realize Kelly only has 10 points of health. So she won't really be able to do much here. So Ron's going to be our attacker. In theory, that is. Okay, so to do it, turn it on, open the door, and see if anything pops out. You want to set it up so you can see any possible ways it can come in from. There we go. Once we know what we're dealing with, I can better prepare. Oh wow, this has 1, 2, 4 slots. Yeah, this is definitely a ship worth taking over if possible. Oh, what's going on? So if the door is being attacked, it's a good sign it's either a swarm or a leaper. That's the enemy in there. Oh, that is slime. So we know the enemies are going to be swine and bat. Slime and leaper. Die. How are we going to get around. You can also use sensor. Is it scanning? Oh no, sensor. Something lets us detect if anything comes into a room. Scan, I believe, is one that does multiple. So, turret. What? What happened? What did he attack? Was it a leaper? Okay. Power R3, power R9. That should deal with anything in that room. I hope. Nope, there's still something alive here. Whoa. That's two things alive in there. Alright, I think that took it out. Power R9, power R10. If I can actually spell power right. 2 rooms left. Whoa! Was that enough to suck it all out? Open tunnel. All rooms must be verified. Vessel must be free of infestation. Any radiation? Yep. No exposed space. So does that mean there's still something else here? Wonder if there's like goo in the wall somewhere. There's our infestation. Take it out. Oh, damn. We don't have enough to do it. Some annoying goo. I have one idea left. We shall expose R7. that killed it. Okay, so you look at that. We gain 2 slots. We'll lose 1 fuel, but we'll lose 10 possible max scrap. I still think 4 slots is worth it. So now the ship is mine. So we come over here, you can see we now have transporter, ship surveyors. We get free maps on a ship, and our reroute power, which at some point we may have to fix. We have another drone. If we come over to drone control, some drones may have 2 slots, some may also have 4. But we really need more scrap. Let's see, we have 1 left. Alright. Let me do a quick time check. We're an hour and 23 minutes in. We'll go into this one. There's only 1 infestation type. And this will call it, I think, for this play after this one. So with Surveyor, you can see we have immediate access to the entire ship. We have transport, so we can transport drones from our ship to those transporter rooms there. We got quite a number of toys now to play with. Okay, I definitely want to dock A2, because that is just too good to pass up. As long as there's nothing evil in this room. Okay. So it has Overload was like an offensive module. I know, right? Again, this is one of those games that really does let you do that one more turn thing really well. Damn you, Duskers. Eep. No. Bad mutant slime. We need like a rocket launcher modification here. Okay, power R3. So this is what I'll show off the transport just to do it. So transfer 1 to R3, boom, I'm right there. While the rest of my guys stay in A2. Damn you. What's with all the slime? It's like an attack of the blob here. If I had the means to break those doors open, we wouldn't need the power. When a transport signal goes weak, it means that it will run out and then you won't be able to transport from that room anymore. So we will transport 1 to R1. Boom. And I think we're just going to let the ship go. Unless... can't take anything in this room, right? No. It's all locked in. Unfortunately, them's the break. Sometimes you can do a lot of things, other times you're stuck. Again, I really do enjoy Duskers. I think it has a lot of interesting tools you can use to get around and mess with things. As you can see, with like making use of turret, solder. We can look at a few of the other ones as well. You can self-destruct a drone if you need to. Clears console window. Keep forgetting status. And you got stuff like this. So this will let you decontaminate radiation. Overload a room. We did power. I don't know what's the difference between power and remote. I think they may just be the same command. Reroute lets you literally change how the generator powers rooms. So like let's say a generator set to power rooms R1, 5, and 6. You can use reroute to say now power rooms 2, 4, and 9 or whatever. So that's a very powerful upgrade, and you can use it to essentially make use of one generator to do everything that you need. Your only limit is you can only power the same amount of rooms that the generator can power. That shuts doors. That's the teleporter. Where is it? Huh. There used to be an upgrade you can use to rip doors open. Am I not seeing it? Yeah, I guess maybe they got rid of it. So there's nowhere else I can go here. So the only place left would be there. And this would be what we would do for next time. But this time I am wrapping it up for tonight. So we're going to end things here. This has been Duskers, the current beta version. As you can see in the bottom right, version 3.316. My mistake. You can check this out on Steam now. Be sure to listen to the podcast I did with Tim on Game Wisdom. Very informative. Great hanging out with him, talking about the game, especially about the design decisions he made using early access to help improve Duskers. I also have an earlier cast I did with him as well. I think we talked a little bit longer on that one. So, for everyone enjoying the video, thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe, and of course leave a comment. It all helps out. As I've said several times, check game-wisdom.com for posts and podcasts related to the game design industry. See you later, Wraith. I just saw your message in Twitch chat. Be sure to also check out my Patreon campaign to secure monthly funding. You can find me on Patreon under Game Wisdom, and any donations would be greatly appreciated. And of course, for everyone, be sure to subscribe both on Twitch and Twitter under GW Bicer to get the latest updates for streams, podcasts, posts, and more. That will do it for this play. If you want to see more regular play of Duskers right now, leave me a comment and I'll see if I'll add to the regular routine. If not, I'll probably put Duskers back on the back burner, at least until later into the game. Probably once it gets to 1.0, I will most likely dedicate a video series to it, the same way I've done with Darkest Dungeon and the other games. But for now, we're going to say goodbye to Duskers, and again, thanks for tuning in, and see you all next time. Take care.